Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Smash or Pass, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity, and Tears of the Kingdom. So you may be thinking, Connie, didn't you do a Legend of Zelda Smash or Pass before? Back in February, actually? And the answer is yes. But since then, a new game has come out, and I think this list actually has characters who weren't in the other list. So this is going to be a update, and I think it's our first. No. We did update with Pokemon because of Scarlet and Violet coming out and everything. Okay, so it's not our first, but one of our first updates for a Smash or Pass list. So Tears of the Kingdom came out, so there are new characters to account for here. Not to mention, certain characters from Breath of the Wild return in Tears of the Kingdom and get maybe even a little more development and depth to them. So we're going to be counting the characters as they appear in their most recent incarnation. If they are in Tears of the Kingdom, then we're counting their Tears of the Kingdom version. If they're not, then we count them for Breath of the Wild / Age of Calamity. Also, we are going to be starting to use two new tiers in this. Other than just Smash Pass and Literal Child / Animal, we also now have Super Smash and Super Pass. These tiers are exactly as they sound. They are basically going to be like the top tier Smashes and the bottom tier Passes. Basically, the ones that in terms of Super Pass, wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. And in terms of Super Smash, ones that I would basically be begging to smash with constantly. All the tiers will still be in order outside of the Literal Child / Animal tier. The Super Smash and the Smash, and the Super Pass tiers will probably be in order. The regular Pass tier will probably not, just because there's a good number of characters we have to get through. So we are going to get this started, and we start with the bad guy of Age of Calamity, whose name I can't think of right now. He would be a pass. Like, I can see why some people might think he's attractive and all. It definitely not my type. But he's also not a super pass because, again, I can see it. Guardian, I wouldn't really count Guardian in the literal child animal category because not literally a child or animal, but at the same time, it's a machine. So I'm going to put it in that same category just because it's not really a character per se, and it has about the intelligence of like an animal. Well, okay, that's not entirely fair. It's more intelligent than an animal because it has, like, robotic AI or whatever inside it, but still. You get the idea, though. It's kind of within that same category. Dog might start barking in a second, just warning you. Next we have Beetle. Beetle, in these games, is somewhat attractive. He also told you this is going to happen. He also, I believe, wears a cutoff top, which is pretty hot, honestly, just in general. I would say Smash. He's not a Super Smash or anything, but he would be in the Smash. Like, I felt him to get some good deals, you know? I cannot remember his name, but the Elder Goron from Goron Village is a Super Pass. I'm not really attracted to Gorons for the most part, and honestly, he is just very much like, not only not my type, but very much anti my type. He is aggressively unattractive to me. And if you find him attractive or whatever, that's fine. It's just, and I don't dislike him as a character. Just in terms of attractiveness and all, aggressively not my type. Bolson, on the other hand, is definitely a smash. Um, though he's, let's be honest, super fucking gay. Um, and I mean that in the most loving way, by the way. Um, if the opportunity arose, and maybe he's bi or pan, it's possible. He's definitely queer. But if the opportunity presented itself and everything, it's like, yeah, definitely would smash. Booliara is our first super smash. Um, and you're going to be seeing kind of a lot of this in terms of a specific character type in this tier. Super Smash is going to be for the ones that I am really aggressively attracted to, and Booliara is definitely one of them. Big, strong, muscle mommy, very protective over Lady Riju. Um, Basically a mother figure to her since Riju's actual mother is passed. Um, Booliara is great in Tears of the Kingdom. I won't go into full details because of spoilers and all, but she does have a role to play that elevates her over Breath of the Wild as well. Next we have Doran, I want to say is his name. He's a pass. But he's above. I'll sort out the passes since we have two extra tiers to account for now. I'll sort out the passes. He's above the Age of Calamity villain guy, but not by necessarily a huge amount. Because again, I can see it. It's just not my type. Calamity Ganon, obviously a super pass. Probably gonna be the lowest on the super pass tier because it's fucking Calamity Ganon, and it's like technically there's something there in terms of intellect in a way, but also the monstrous design and everything does not do it any favors. This one might surprise some people. Cece is a super pass. I despise this character. This is one of the only characters in this Legend of Zelda Calamity series of games that I actively despise. I'm not going to go into all the details why, because it's a minor spoiler for Tears of the Kingdom. But she is hateable. Actively hateable. I can't stand her at all. She is definitely a super pass. Daruk. Daruk is a pass. I'm going to put him above Doran. Because again, I can see it. But very much not my type. Next we have the winged statue or whatever it's called. That's it. It does have a personality and life and everything, but it's also a literal statue, so it's like I'm going to put it here just because I don't feel like I can count that. Also, I'm putting the blights in this section too, just letting you know that ahead of time. And the Deku tree because it's a fucking tree. Also, here's a child. There we go. I love Joshua. Great character, but also child. Anyways, Ganon Daddy. Yeah, just gonna place that right up there. We all know Ganon Daddy is hot, but my god, that voice. Like, Matt Mercer. Like, there are certain voices, whether for characters or just, people's voices, that just make you melt. And they just turn you into a puddle. You think of voices like Markiplier's voice. But Matt Mercer's Ganondorf voice is one of those voices for sure. It's just like, there's the scariness, the intimidation, like legitimate scariness, by the way. Like actually fucking terrifying. But also, it's surprisingly sexy as well. And it's like, oh my god. I am melting, but I feel bad about it. Also, he's just physically very, very fucking hot. Everybody's talked about that. The Great Fairies are also Super Smash. I don't know if they're gonna all be in here, but just in general, Great Fairies are Super Smash. They are all super fucking hot. Like, I was never super attracted to the Great Fairies in previous games, but this series of games, like the way they made them super thick and flirty and massive. Well, I mean, they've always kind of been massive, but it's just like, yes, please. Take me into your flower bud, mommy. Death by Snoo Snoo. Um, I kind of headcanon Hestu as Ace. But again, if the opportunity presented itself, smash. Hestu is fucking adorable and would definitely give amazing after sex cuddles. Amazing. The only downside would be the splinters. So I can't put them higher than that. Hudson will definitely go higher than that. This dude is a stud. Also, his head is shaped like a penis. And usually that would be a turn off for me, but for some reason it's a turn on for me with him. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But Hudson is an absolute stud muffin. And I'm not even usually into this type of guy, but he is a stud. He is just absolutely studly. I would definitely fuck him. Or let him fuck me, honestly. Impa, moving on. Impa would be a pass. Because we're definitely counting older Impa and everything. It's like, but I don't know. I think she still has a certain level of attractiveness to her. You know what? I'm going to put her in Smash, but the, like, bottom of Smash. Because I actually do feel like, again, opportunity presenting itself, I'd probably take it. It's like she probably knows her way around the bush a bit. Next we have our best owl boy. Whose name I can't think of at the moment. But yeah, he's cool. I like him. I'd put him between Hestu and Impa in Smash. I would fuck the old owl. I don't care. Cass is obviously a smash. Pretty much anybody who's not like super anti-furry would smash Cass. I would put under Hudson though. Kilton is a pass, but not a super pass. I would put him right here. Because he's just a little guy. He's a nice little guy who likes monsters and just wants to, live his best life. You can't fault him for that. And I'm not entirely one to judge based on appearance. Obviously, I have my types, but I'm not going to, be mean or anything. I wouldn't even call him ugly. He's just kind of weird looking. But I still love him. Anyway, King Dorephan is definitely a smash. King Dorephan has big daddy energy. Partially because he's a big daddy. But he actually, pretty much all the Zora, in fact, I would say all the Zora are attractive. And King Dorephan is no exception to that. I would probably put him above Cass, honestly. I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but I think I would put him above Cass a bit. Don't ask how the logistics of this would work, but ignoring that restriction, yeah. King Rome, Bosphoramus Hyrule, Zelda's dad. He is a pass, not a super pass, because again, I very much see what people would see in him. He definitely has that old man attractiveness. He's just not my type, and I can't get over the abuse shit. It does bother me. The fact that he was very abusive to Zelda. And even though he made up for it and he apologized and he realized what he did was wrong, and in Age of Calamity just became better. I'm still saying pass. I'm going to put him at the top of pass, though, above Daruk. Colton, pretty much in the same category as Kilton, though I like his colors a little more, so I'll put him above Kilton. Same basic reasonings, though, so not really much else to talk about. The Koroks, in general, I guess. Not anything specific here, just general Koroks. And is it weird that I say Smash? I don't fucking know why. Like, some people think of the Koroks as children. I think Hestu even calls them the Forest Children. But let's be honest, they're not actually children. They're spirits that have been around for hundreds or thousands of years. You know these Koroks were around during the original Calamity 100 years ago. Well, that wasn't the original Calamity, but you know what I mean. You know they were around long, long before that. They're ageless spirits. They don't really count the same as, like, in terms of aging as people. So I feel just fine putting them in Smash. I'm going to put them at the bottom, though. And by the way, the reason for putting them in Smash also is because they're fucking adorable and would probably lead to an adorable fucking. Yes, I'm doing it partially for that wordplay. But no. I think actually, like, there's some appeal there. There is definitely some appeal there. Link is obviously a Super Smash. Link is fucking gorgeous in these games. He is super hot. And unlike Zelda, he is an adult in Breath of the Wild. Zelda becomes an adult afterwards, but he starts as one. Either way, we're counting current day anyway, but still. Link is just fucking hot. He's super fucking hot in this one. And I think it's the only one I would really consider that. Like, in some of the games, he's obviously a kid, but in games where he's shown as an adult, I would not consider him attractive. It's really only in these games that I actually find him as such. I don't remember her name, but the girl who's obsessed with the orb in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, she's a little clingy in a weird way, so I'm going to say pass. I'll put her between Rome and Daruk. It's like there's... And on top of that, she is actually... Not only is she super clingy at times, but at other times she's also extremely flighty. Like, the instant she, like, moves on to pictures of guardians and stuff, she forgets all about the orb. And just is like, bye, I never knew you. And it's like, that's concerning. Flower Blight Ganon, though. Flower Blight Ganon is absolutely insane. She is a psychopath beyond reason. But as long as you don't step on the flowers, honestly, you'll be fine. It's like, just don't step on the flowers and she'll be nice to you. And honestly, I believe her actual name, by the way, is Magda. She's actually kind of pretty. Like, there's a lot of characters, just like side characters and minor characters in these games that are actually just genuinely pretty. And she's one of them. She is a Smash, as long as you don't step on the flowers. I'll put her just under Cass. Melania, the horse god. Unlike the Great Fairies, I am not really attracted to Melania at all. Like, I like them. I love their design. I love just everything that the designers went with for them. But I would not smash. It's a regular pass, though. Because there's some arguments that could be made. But personally for me, no. I do not know who this character is. So there's some side characters on here that I might not recognize. Unless, is this the guy in Hatsuno who's trying to get you to act as a go-between for him and his crush? Even though I don't think she actually likes him at all. I think this might be him. I'm going to put him at the bottom of pass for now. Just because I'm not 100% sure if that's him. Anyway, Master Koga. Glory to Master Koga. Got to get the whole thing. Master Koga is weirdly enough a smash for me. Like, he gives me big Team Rocket energy in a very positive way, actually. In Breath of the Wild, I was kind of just meh on him, but honestly, after Age of Calamity and Tears of the Kingdom, I've actually warmed up to him a lot, and it's like I get really big Team Rocket vibes from him, and honestly, I'm very attracted to Team Rocket. Jesse and James are very, very hot. And James was also one of my first anime crushes, fun fact, even if I didn't entirely realize it at first. Because I was, unfortunately, anti-gay for quite a while. Not getting into that here, though. Koga's a smash. I'm going to put him right there. Right under Hestu. Next, we have the conductor of the symphony in Tears of the Kingdom. The Stable Trotters is what their group is called. He's a pass for me. Again, he's one I can definitely see. And I'll put him here. But he's a pass for me. It's just not for me. I like him, I'd be his friend, but I wouldn't fuck him. God. Yeah, I thought that. That is Monk Maz Kosha, I believe his name is. One of the monks from Breath of the Wild, and you actually get to fight and everything. I believe in the DLC for Breath of the Wild, but is also in Age of Calamity. That one's a pass for me. I'm going to put him right there. Minoru from Tears of the Kingdom. Again, not going to go into big spoiler stuff for the characters. But I'm just going to say Minoru can get it, if I'm being honest. Minoru is going to be top of the smashes now. Mipha, let's be honest, very obvious. Mipha is an obvious smash. But the question is she a super smash? Bro, no. In all seriousness, she is. She definitely is. I find her more attractive than Link. Not as attractive as the Great Fairies, though, personally. But she is definitely a super smash for me. It's like, she comes pre-lubed. Like, think about that. She is already wet. I need to stop. Muzu, racist old fish man. Nope. Like, you're barely better than Calamity Ganon, but still, nope. The racism is definitely the biggest turnoff there. It's like, the old fish man thing, it's like, yes, he is attractive. He is a Zora. All the Zora are attractive. But he's also fucking racist to a very, very upsetting degree. And it's just like, even after you kind of prove him wrong, he doesn't really change all that much. Anyway, next we have young Impa. So it's interesting that you have older Impa and younger Impa. Impa as 125 or so, and then Impa as like 25 or so, 100 years into the past. Younger Impa actually brings this up to the top of the smash. Not a super smash, but top of the smash. She was fucking gorgeous. And she's still fucking gorgeous. I mean, let's be honest. But she was fucking gorgeous when she was young. She's definitely a smash. Pen is also a smash, but he's going to be lower. Because Pen is just a good guy. He's just a good guy. And he's definitely got the physique for it. And he also, I feel like Hestu would give great after sex cuddles. Like, I genuinely believe he would. Penn is 100% a cuddler. I would put him above Magda. Pakongo? Yeah, Pakongo definitely has a silver fox attractiveness to him. And actually, I really like him as a character, too. He's a really nice guy. He loves painting. He's just really cool. Plus, he helps you out in a lot of ways. I'm going to put Pakongo probably right above Hestu. Purah in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, you have to see this coming. I don't think anyone will disagree with this. Purah is like, people kind of forgot about how hot Ganondorf was when they saw Purah. It's like the instant they saw Purah while playing Tears of the Kingdom, it's like they just completely forgot about how hot Ganondorf was, and all the simping went towards her. And I can't entirely blame anyone for that. She is fucking stunning in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, she was hot in Age of Calamity and everything, when you saw what she looked like pre-Calamity. But they did a major upgrade on that younger design for Tears of the Kingdom. And it's just like, it's just perfection, pretty much. And speaking of perfection, we have Goat Daddy Rauru. Rauru is one of those characters that when I first saw him, because I did not know about his character at all previously to playing Tears of the Kingdom, when I first saw him, I made a noise. I actively made a noise. And it was not a flattering noise. Because he caught me off guard. Purah didn't catch me off guard as much because I expected her to look older in this game. Just because I knew there was going to be a time skip between the events of Breath of the Wild and this one. I expected Purah to look older. I knew what Ganondorf looked like ahead of time, so I knew he was hot. Those didn't surprise me. Rauru, I did not know existed prior to playing the game. So, when he appeared, I made a noise. I'm leaving it at that. And I got really horny for the Goat Man. Again, I'm not going to go into details about his character for spoiler reasons, just in case, even though it's been a month. I'm just going to keep it safe. And this, I don't know what people will think of, but just if for no other reason than the visceral reaction I had to him. Like, I've talked about having a visceral reaction to Verosica in Hell of a Boss when that episode first came out. This actually trumps that. Like, if I had been doing a Let's Play of this game, you guys would have seen me absolutely kind of lose it. Like, I needed a moment after I saw him. Oh, I think I need a moment now. God, he is hot, okay? Jesus. The mayor from Hateno, I can't remember his actual name right now. Everyone since Breath of the Wild has just called him Jesus because of how he looks. Unlike Cece, who is down here in the Super Pass, Reed, by the way, that's his name, Reed. I like Mayor Reed. It's weird because it's like Cece's kind of the more progressive, forward-thinking character, and Reed is more supposed to be like the conservative, I guess you could say, the one who's kind of stuck in the past. Yet, it's one of those rare cases where I actually agree with him, because Cece's an absolute fucking bitch. She's a piece of shit. She's terrible. And Reed is a nice guy who just likes fucking cheese. No, phrasing. Phrasing. He likes cheese. He fucking likes cheese. He... Hold on. Jesus. Ow. Sorry, I had to slap the horny out of my mind because I was still feeling horny over Raru, and what I said there threw me off completely. Anyway, he is a smash. I would probably put him just above Koga. Yeah, I think that's about right. Rivali is a super pass. Because Rivali, I think, is the only other character besides Cece that I despise. I hate his guts. He has no redeeming qualities. Okay. He has one redeeming quality. He was nice to Tulin in the Champions Ballad stuff that we saw. The memories in that. But otherwise, he's a piece of shit. He's an egotistical piece of shit. But I still like him more than Cece. That tells you how much I fucking hate Cece. Anyways, Ronson, Hudson's wife, who you actually introduced him to, and is one of my favorite storylines in video games, but especially in Breath of the Wild. Terrytown is fucking amazing. Ronson, yeah, obviously. And I actually put her above Booliara, because even though Booliara is definitely more buff, Ronson is, you just get to know her more, I feel. She's just like, I just feel more connected to her. Honestly, I would very much be in a poly relationship with her and Hudson, like 100%. Like, easily. Okay, so first off, let's just drop the child off at daycare here. Because no matter which Tulin you're talking about, he's still a kid. Because this picture is from Breath of the Wild, but even in Tears of the Kingdom, he's still a kid. Anyways, Riju. So, Riju is a kid in Breath of the Wild, but ages up to an adult in Tears of the Kingdom. And like I said, we are counting their most recent appearance when applicable. So, Riju was like 12 to 13 in Breath of the Wild. And since then, about 6 to 7 years have passed. And there is actual evidence in Tears of the Kingdom to prove that, by the way. So 6 to 7 years. If we lowball it, say she was 12 years old at first and 6 years have passed, she's still 18. She's an adult in Tears of the Kingdom. A very young adult. But she's somewhere between 18 and 20, depending on what her age was in Breath of the Wild and exactly how many years passed. But she's 18 at the absolute youngest. She was not younger than 12 in Breath of the Wild. And definitely there has been no less than 6 years that have passed. She is definitely an adult. But I'm actually putting her lower on the Smash list because I'm not really super attracted to her. Honestly, it's like she definitely is very pretty and everything, but I'm not like super attracted to her, weirdly enough. I'm going to put her between Impa and the Korok. It's just like, I just see her as like a best friend. It's like, I see her as like, I just want to be friends with her. I just want to play with Sandseal plushies with her. And do my nails and stuff. Like, that's the kind of vibe I get from her. Robbie is a pass. Like, Robbie definitely has attractiveness, especially in his younger days. But I'm not he's another character who I definitely see, but I'm not personally attracted to. So I'm putting him there. Saki, on the other hand, it's like, hey, I would take a threesome with Teba if it gets me Saki. I'm not like super attracted to Teba, but Saki is legitimately the hottest Rito in these games, in my opinion. Like, it's not even close. Saki is a Super Smash to me. That is how genuinely hot I believe she is. Teba is a lucky fucking man to have a wife this goddamn beautiful. Like, she is so fucking pretty. I can't get over it. She's the bottom of Super Smash, but she's still a Super Smash. I cannot remember his name, but the dye shop guy. He's a pass for me. He's just a regular pass, and I would put him probably above Colton. Yeah. It's like, again, not my type, but I have no issue with him necessarily. I'm not going to judge him on his looks like a lot of people do. God, I've heard some really rude fucking things from a lot of people who have played these games about him. It's like, the dude has a wife. It's like, he's clearly got something going for him. It's like, even if you don't find him attractive, there's no reason to be fucking rude. Anyway, Sidon, Fish Husband. Yeah, I call him Fish Husband for a reason. He has always been one of the most attractive characters to me. But he's actually moved down a little bit. Not because of him, but because Purah and Raru. He's still up here. He's still in Super Smash. He's number 3 at the moment. But I think these two are hotter. I just genuinely do. Don't get me wrong. I would still let him rail me into next week. Like, size difference be damned. Like, I would take that. I would take that sacrifice. I volunteer as tribute. Please destroy me, Daddy. but Purah... I'm getting horny again. Purah and Raru are hotter, in my opinion, personally. Sonya also belongs up here. Sonya is another character who is just drop dead gorgeous. When I first saw her in the trailer and everything, it's like my first thoughts were, hello, pretty lady. Second thoughts were, who are you? I want to know everything about you. You are just instantly interesting to me. Her design is absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and the way she's shown in the trailer just made me want to know more. And I do know more now. And yeah, she's definitely belonging right here. Suga. Suga's definitely got the build, but unlike Koga, he doesn't have as much personality. I would put him into pass, but I'm going to keep him above Robbie still. Toro. Toro actually grew on me a lot in Tears of the Kingdom. He's not in the other games, by the way. He's a new character for Tears of the Kingdom. But he actually grew on me a lot as I continued to play. When I first saw him, I was just thinking, like, yeah, he's hot, but I don't know. Just maybe not my type. But as I played more and more and saw more of him and everything, I actually grew a lot more attracted to him. And it's like, by the end, it's like, yeah, I would gladly let him rail me. And by the way, just as a thing for a lot of these, you're probably wondering, it's like, I'm saying, like, I would let him rail me specifically. It's like, I am very much a bottom. If that's not readily apparent, I am very much a bottom. I could never be a top because I'm not good at taking control. But yes, he is up here, and I would put him probably just below Minoru. Teba, again, like I said before, I would take him in a 3-way if it meant having Saki. But that's literally the only way I would have sex with him. Because it's like, I like him as a character. I am not attracted to him at all, though. It's not like a super pass, though. It's definitely a regular pass, because I can see it. But I would still put him under King Rome. Okay, so Egg, not actually its name is Terrico. But Egg from Age of Calamity, it's basically a guardian, so it definitely goes here. Here's Tears of the Kingdom Tulin. Um, and all the rest can be counted because again, Zelda's an adult in Tears of the Kingdom, so we're counting that, even though this picture's from Breath of the Wild. So next we have Lady Urbosa. And it's like, if you don't think Lady Urbosa is a Super Smash, I question you. Like, even if you're not into girls, it's like, Lady Urbosa is still a Smash. And honestly, still a Super Smash. Like, definitely, like, drop dead gorgeous. I would put her just above Sonya. Next, I don't remember her name. But this is the lady in Breath of the Wild who gives you the Gerudo Vi outfit. So you can get into Gerudo Town and everything. And she is 100% trans, by the way. And there's an option, like, when you're talking to her in Breath of the Wild and everything, you can call her, like, really pretty. And and then also once you get the outfit from her and put it on, she calls you really pretty, and it's like, this is just a healthy relationship. This is goals. And it's like, they try to make a little bit of a joke out of like the wind blowing up her veil and revealing she has facial stubble underneath, but it's like, she's very pretty. She's drop dead gorgeous. Not as drop dead gorgeous as Urbosa, Ronson, or Buliera, but yeah, she's still drop dead gorgeous. Also, one thing I'm not sure about though is like, she's not a Gerudo. I don't think, at least. Though she might be. I mean, you kind of assume she is because of the skin and hair. Maybe she is. Maybe she's just a trans Gerudo. I was thinking she was just a Hylian who just has darker skin and red hair, but she might just be a trans Gerudo. You know, I'm headcanoning that. I love that idea anyways. I've always loved the idea of trans Gerudo being a thing. So I'm headcanoning that. I think she is a Gerudo. I think she is, and she's definitely trans. I would put her between Mipha and Link, though. She's not the top of the tier, but I would definitely get it on with her. She's definitely a Super Smash. As is the most beautiful of the female Zora, at least, because Sidon still exists. Lady Yona. When I first saw Lady Yona, she's another one of those characters where it's just like, oh my god, you are so goddamn pretty. This is not fair. And then when I found out more about her character, I'm like, I just love you. It's like, you're just awesome. It's just like, you're entirely my type of character. My type of woman. It's like, yes. Just all of my yes. Take everything. Take me. I'm good. I gotta stop. Like, in all legitimacy, like I said before, all the Zora are hot. It's just literally a thing. I am attracted to Zora, like all the Zora in these games. And she is no exception. Lady Yona is really fucking pretty. Like, really just classically pretty, too. Super just goddamn pretty. I can't stop saying it because it's true. The question is, where do I put her? This is actually a tougher one. Because it's like, there's kind of a part of me that doesn't want to put her higher than Ganondorf, but then I also have to acknowledge she's hotter than Ganondorf. And the question is, do I find her hotter than Buliara and Ronson? And what about Sonya? It's like, at this point, I think I'm also going to have to take into account her personality and everything. And I think I would have to put her above Sonya. I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but I am really into Yona. I really am. And while we're up here, before we get to Yunobo, let's just drop Zelda off in the Smash tier. Zelda, I'm not like the most attracted to compared to other characters. But I would put her probably just below Hudson. I know to some people that might sound like insane, to put her below Hudson, Bolson, Beetle, even. These three people might be okay with being above her, but these three might surprise some people. But it's just my opinion, for one. And for two, again, it's like with Zelda, I see her more as a friend. I mean, I would definitely go after that big booty, but I see her more as a friend before a lover. But she's definitely still in the Smash. Unobo, on the other hand, is a pass, but he's actually going to be the new top of the pass. Because, again, I can see it, and he definitely is a little cutie. He's a good boy. But I'm not attracted to the Gorons. I'm just not. They're just not my type. I'm just not really... I don't find the appeal. I like them as characters, I'm just not attracted to them. So, there you have it, though. So, not counting the literal children / animals, my biggest pass is obviously Calamity Ganon. No surprise there. That's not really a big surprise. But my highest smash is actually Daddy Rauru. And again, part of that is definitely because of my initial reaction to him being so damn strong. But also, even after a good amount of time since then, because I played like over 115 hours of the game so far, of Tears of the Kingdom, Jesus. For a way to put that into perspective, I beat Breath of the Wild in 50 hours. think about that. But even after all this time, like, I still have a notable reaction to him. He is that hot. Like, I would put him up there as one of the hottest characters I think I've seen. And it's like, if you're not into, like, the furry kind of characters and everything, the anthro-furry kind of characters, that's fine, and I completely understand. I am, because I am even if it's casual, I am a furry, and I am very much attracted to these kind of characters. And Rauru is just entirely... what the hell just happened? What happened? Did I freeze? Did everything freeze? Hello? You can still hear me. Rauru is just insanely hot to me. It's like... He is so nice, too. He's just an actual nice guy as well. Oh, I think I kind of came back for a minute there. Oh, there we go. I don't know what just happened there. Sorry about that. But yeah, Rauru, it's like... He is definitely one of those characters I would absolutely beg and plead with to fuck me. Probably the hottest character in any Legend of Zelda game for me. In just probably any video game for me. Like, I could think of possibly hotter characters in terms of just, like, animation and stuff, like cartoons and anime and all. Like maybe Korra or Yang. But in terms of just video game characters, I don't think I can think of one who's hotter. Rauru is that attractive to me. And I've seen some fan art that really does well for me. Let's put it that way. Ooh. I need to end this video before things happen. Jesus fuck. I hope this is entertaining to you. Tell me in the comments below, who are the most attractive characters in Legend of Zelda, in Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity, Tears of the Kingdom to you? Who would you smash or pass on? What do you think of my list? And just for the shits and giggles, do you have any characters in fiction that do this to you? That just make you kind of lose your fucking mind because of the horny? Let me know if you feel comfortable doing so. I'm Connie. I'm signing off. I need a cold shower. See y'all next time.